Champs were really good. Now we're both. Okay, so a lot of people think that we don't see enough female role models, but the truth is actually incredible, accomplished women are everywhere. You just have to find them.
So documentary filmmaker and Chicago area native Sarah Moshman not only found these women, but created an inspiring documentary to show them to everyone. And it's screening here in Chicago this weekend. It's called The Empowerment Project, Ordinary Women Doing Extraordinary Things. Let's take a look.
This is what an astronaut looks like.
This is what a brewmaster looks like.
This is what a congresswoman looks like.
This is what an architect looks like.
This is what a pioneer looks like.
Okay, you're going to make me cry.
I love
just from
it.
that alone.
Right?
Yes.
So Sarah Moshman may be based in LA now, but we are delighted that she came back home to talk with us about her fantastic film. I'm in love already.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We just finished the film and we're so excited to show it to Chicagoans for a sneak peek screening and then take it to schools all over the country.
How did the idea come about? Because I think in a day and age we talk about the housewives, and there's so much stuff out there that I think brutally shows women. Is that how you came to do this?
Yeah, it was really a frustration of turning on the TV and not finding any positive female role models and feeling like we deserve better. And so I decided, let's take matters into our own hands, and Dana Michelle Cook, my business partner and producing partner, we got together and decided, let's make a film, let's travel across the country and meet some ordinary women doing extraordinary things.
Now, how did you select these women? Because they're like, we all know great women in our lives, and sometimes they're just doing their own thing, not even thinking they're awesome. So how did you choose them?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, these women are everywhere. There are neighbors, there are sisters, there are mothers. So in that regard, it wasn't difficult to find them, but it was really like this big puzzle. We started in LA and knew we were going to end in New York. Knew we wanted to stop in Chicago, obviously.
So it was a cross-country trip, too?
It was cross-country. 7,000 miles we drove in a minivan, 5 women in a minivan.
Now there's your second movie.
And
Wait a minute.
did you guys tape everything behind the scenes?
Yes, so it's our journey as well as the journey of meeting these 17 women. So it's our reactions to all the interviews and how we are empowered along the way. And all 5 of us were transformed in such a different way. So.
I love that idea. That takes a completely different twist on this movie. You know?
Because you know what? It is true that when you encounter people, they kind of put their print on you, even if it's in a little way. Was there anybody that impacted you the most? I know that there's some Chicagoans in the list, and you being from here, were those the ones that impacted you the most? How did it work out?
We actually had, I guess, 3 Chicago women. Ellen Rakuten, who currently lives in Chicago, is the co-creator of The Oprah Show, but so she kind of is, bi-coastal, I guess. LA to Chicago. Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, who I've known of since I was a girl, going to the Evanston Parade. I'm a Jan fan. So she was an honor to meet. Yeah, and we met her in D.C. And then Catherine Darnstadt, who's a Chicago architect at Leighton Design. We met her here in Chicago. So 3 Chicago ladies represented, and they were all inspiring in such different ways.
And you know what's cool, Sarah, is I know obviously the movie will be out, but you also want students to see this as well, right? So what is your plan with that?
So our distributor is IndieFlix, and with their help, we're going to be going to middle schools, high schools, colleges, women's organizations. Anyone that will have us that wants to spread this message of empowerment can book a screening of the film starting right now. In their community.
And that's really good because it starts that conversation going. And real quickly, your conversation also is about how you did it, because you got funding through Kickstarter, and then some other money, a grant came in after that. Does that make you a little more beholden to to your audience as opposed to one particular person?
Well, we had 404 Kickstarter backers, which is an incredible fan base of support. It just felt like we had cheerleaders throughout the whole journey, people that gave us $10, $20. I mean, they got to see our journey from giving us the money all the way through to today, finishing the film. So it's this really special relationship we have with our backers, and we got to lean on them and say, do you know anyone we can stay with in D.C., or who should we interview in Iowa, like stuff like that. So it was just really great to have this fan base before we even made the movie. So we're so grateful to them, and they're all in the credits, so that's great.
I like
You have 2 new fans.
Yes.
For sure. Like the idea, I got
you.
teary-eyed when you talked about showing it in middle school, because I have little girls, and the idea that they would see something so beautiful, these women who represent all of us.
And also meet you.
Yeah.
And your partnership with your business partner and that crew. I think that's as important as the stories that you're telling too, because we need to model that kind of good behavior as well. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
And listen, the Empowerment Project is screening on Sunday at the Music Box Theater in Chicago. For more information on how you can see it or get it in your school or maybe your youth group, your Girl Scouts, anything, go to indieflix.com/empowerment project and be a part of it.